Hi yogis, Kristen Kabanok here, coming to you from Seaside Yoga here in Seaside, Oregon. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to do a chair yoga sequence. There are so many times when a chair yoga sequence comes in handy. You can also take a lot of these movements to work with you. If you spend a lot of time at a desk, a lot of these movements can be translated to the workplace, just taking one or two movements at a time. It's also a really great sequence to do if you're feeling a little bit low energy or if you have any limitations in your body that don't allow you to do a full standing practice. I'm not sure how long we're going to go today. I want to say probably 30 to 45 minutes, but I'll put that in the description of the video when it comes to that point. Other than that, this is a really accessible practice for anyone that comes that wants to practice with you in your family or beyond. And I invite you to share it with those who might be a little cooped up. You can do this sequence on a couch in any kind of setting, really. I'll go over with you in a second the type of chair that I like to use and recommend for a practice like this. But really, anytime you can be seated, you can get some of these movements in. So no need to be too stringent about your chair. The chair that I have today, pretty basic. I recommend you find a chair that is not on wheels, that does not spin or rotate, one that does not tilt and lean back. I know office chairs tend to do that. So if you're practicing in your office, just be really careful. I like to anchor my mat under my chair so that my chair doesn't slip and slide on the wood floor. So be really mindful of that in your home as well. Carpet's a great base for your chair as well. We also want to pay attention to how you're sitting on the chair. So the tendency is to come into a chair and lean back and look what happens in my shoulders. What we want to do is slide to the front of the chair so that the feet can be fully anchored and rooted onto the earth. So we want to really press down through the balls and heels of the feet, press through the sits bones, sit up high into the chest, just like we would in a seated position on the mat. And let's roll the shoulders down and back. Let your palms rest on your knees. Let's close down the eyes and start with a few moments of just breathing and centering and grounding. Take a big breath in. Fill the lungs from the belly, the rib cage, all the way up to the chest and the throat. Hold the breath for a moment. And then open up the mouth and sigh that breath out. Let's take two more of those. Deep breath in, filling the lungs. Hold at the top and then open up the mouth. One more. Take a couple of gentle, natural, easy breaths. And keeping your spine tall, rolling your shoulders back, let your chin drop toward your chest. And just let gravity draw your forehead down toward the earth, stretching through those cervical vertebrae in the back of the neck, relaxing the face, relaxing the jaw, and breathing softly. From here, we're going to roll the right ear to the right shoulder, stretching through the side neck. Just take a moment here. Again, letting gravity draw the temple region down toward the earth. Roll your chin back toward your chest and your left ear to your left shoulder. Stretching through the opposite side neck. Relaxed right shoulder. Soft breaths. Roll your chin back to your chest. Inhale, lift your head through neutral. And on the exhale, ease your head to the back. Opening up the mouth. Inhale your chin back towards center. Drop your chin to your chest. We're going to go through one more round with a little bit deeper stretch. Chin to chest, softly breathing. You're going to interlace the hands behind the head And just gently, without pulling, let the elbows drop toward your ears so that the weight of your hands acts as kind of just a weight drawing the head down. Go ahead and release the hands, bring your head to neutral, and then tilt your head over to the right. Use your right hand, again, as a weight on top of the head. Let your left hand actually grab the bottom seat of your chair and just gently draw into that deeper side neck stretch. Gently breathing. Release the right hand, bring your head back up to neutral. Ease your head over to the left, let the left hand come to the head to weight it down, and let the right hand grip the edge of your chair. Release the left hand, ease your head back to neutral, take your head all the way back, open up the mouth and breathe through the open mouth. Big cleansing, clearing breaths. And then bring your head back to a neutral position. Hands to your knees. Let's start to draw into the shoulders, rotating the shoulders toward the back of the room. You can take both shoulders at the same time, or if you get more range of motion doing one shoulder at a time, you can do that as well. Deep breaths as you move, remembering from our other lessons that what we're working toward is connecting breath and movement. Cycle the shoulders from back to front. On the next inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, and on the exhale, draw them down and back. Bring your hands to your shoulders, so fingertips to the shoulders. Meet your elbows out in front, and with the inhale, reach the elbows up to the sky, and on the exhale, press them down and back. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, rotating back and down. Two more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down and back. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Bring your elbows out in front. This time we're going to scoop them down and back around, coming the opposite direction of shoulders from back to front. Big deep breaths as you move. Two more. And then we're going to drop the hands and sweep the arms to the sky. Reach your hands for opposite elbows. On the inhale, reach up through the elbows, and on the exhale, fold to the right side stretch. Notice my feet are still rooted. My spine is still tall. I'm still at the front edge of the seat. Inhale, come back up to center, fold over to the left. Inhale, come up to center. We're going to let the right hand drop down between the shoulder blades. Grab the right elbow, chin to chest, drawing into a tricep stretch. Breathe. And then switch it out. Drop the left hand between the shoulder blades, grab that left elbow, chin to chest, stretch and breathe. Reach your arms up to the sky, let your hands float down to your lap. And we're just going to take a moment to massage the hands. So there's this trick I learned, I'm not sure where I picked this up, but it really has worked for me over the years. We have a spot right between the index finger and the thumb, and I want to say it's an acupressure point. But I find that if I get tension headaches, if I massage this space right in between my finger and my thumb, I get some release from that tension in my neck and in my shoulders, and that headache tends to subside. So we're just going to spend a few moments massaging the hands. You can massage that space, that tension point right in between the thumb and the index finger, or if it feels good to just massage the hands in any other way, feel free to do so. We're going to spend about a minute doing this. I grew up with arthritis in my hands really badly, and I find that if I warm the hands and the joints just by rubbing into them a little bit, it helps so much with my range of motion in my joints. So just starting to massage and warm the hands. We'll do a little bit of hand exercise here in a moment. Try to remember to breathe even as you do this gentle massage. Notice if there are any points in the hands that feel a little sore. Spend some extra time there. We're so busy with our hands these days. And it's important to give them a little bit of love. Get the energy moving through a little bit. Let's take about 2 more big breaths here as we massage and warm the hands. Rub the hands together for a moment, and then we're going to interlace the fingers and press the palms toward the front. And let's just stretch into the hands and the wrists here. On the inhale, we're going to reach the hands up to the sky. Take a couple breaths here, stretching into the shoulders, which are down away from the ears. And then we're going to release the hands, interlace the fingers behind you, and peel the heart open, stretching into the chest and the pectorals and the shoulders. And then we're going to create a little sequence with this. We're going to release the fingers, interlace them in front of you. Again, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, press the palms forward. On the inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. And on the exhale, release the arms, interlace the hands behind you. Inhale, exhale, press open the chest. We're going to go one more time. Release the hands. Inhale, draw them in. Exhale, press the palms forward. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, release the hands again. Inhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Exhale, press the shoulders away. And then release the hands down into your lap. And we're going to start into some torso rotations. So we're just going to start moving the torso around in a big circle. And I recommend you close the eyes and just try to breathe. It doesn't matter which direction you're going. Just starting to move into the rib cage and the low back. Keeping your feet rooted. If your hands are more comfortable on your waist or somewhere else on your body, that's perfectly fine. Couple more this direction. And then we're going to take it the other way. So rotate the other direction. Big deep breaths as you move and breathe. Couple more. And then come up to a seated neutral position. Grasp the knees. On the inhale, we're going to reach the rib cage forward, tilt the head back, open the chest. And on the exhale, we're going to reach the spine toward the back of the chair, pulling your chin to your chest. Inhale, reach the rib cage forward, tilt the head back. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. 2 more. Inhale, reach the spine forward, tilt the head back. Exhale, reach the spine to the back of the chair, tuck the chin to the chest. Last one. Inhale, reach into the rib cage. Exhale, fold back. Come back to a neutral position. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, reach that right hand to the seat of your chair. Reach up left and fold to the right. Breathe into the side body. Feel that space being created. And then inhale, both arms back to the sky. Exhale, the left hand down, reach up. Fold the opposite direction. Breathing. Inhale, both arms back to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and back to your lap. We're going to take a twist here. You're going to take your left hand to the back of the chair if you can reach it. If you can't reach it, just take it to the back part of the seat. We're going to take that right hand across to your left knee, and we're going to use this leverage where the hands are placed to open up the chest and twist so that you can gaze back at that left shoulder. Look at my feet, they're rooted. My hips are pointing forward. Breathe 3 times. On the next inhale, rotate back to center. We're going to take that left hand across to the right knee. The right hand can either take to the back of the chair at the seat, or if you want a deeper twist, take it to the back of the chair at its height. Lift through the heart with an inhale, and on the exhale, twist into that stretch. Inhale, twist back to center. Take a really big breath in. Sigh it out. And we're going to take the feet a little bit wider here. For those of you who are able, we're going to lay the upper body down toward the legs. We're going to reach for opposite elbows and let the head hang forward, getting some deep release for the neck and the shoulders. You can nod yes, shake no. And then bring your hands back to your knees. Use that pressure to help rise back up. Take your hands behind you with your fingers pointing at you on the chair. Open up the heart and let the head dip back. And then bring your chin back toward your chest. From here, we're going to stand up and we're going to move around toward the back of the chair. I'm going to get an idea of my framing here. So I'm going to rearrange a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing behind my chair. There we go. So the first thing that we're going to do is come into a modified downward facing dog. We're going to use the hand placement on the back of the chair, and we're just going to start walking the feet back. You want them a little bit more than hip width apart. We're going to take a deep breath in, lift through the chest, and on the exhale, we're going to let the chest fold down toward the thighs. Let the neck soften without dropping the head. And let's just stretch into the upper back for a few moments here, a few breaths. Inhale, come back up. We're going to go 2 more times. Take a big breath in, rest. And on the exhale, press back again, stretching through the upper back. Notice my body is kind of in the same shape it would be in a downward dog if I were on my mat doing it normally. You can do this with your hands on a table or a chair. Inhale, rise up, take a big breath in. We'll come in 1 more time, deep breath. Exhale, fold. Try to sigh one of those breaths out. On the inhale, we're going to come back up, walk toward the back of your chair, and we're going to take some quad stretches here. So we're going to anchor in, so if you're having balance issues, get really steady and make sure that you have a secure grip on your chair here. We're going to take the right hand to the right foot and just gently draw into a quad stretch. For those of you who want to play with your balance a little bit here, if you'd like to try bringing both hands to that back foot, you can. Maybe pick a focal point for your gaze, finding your drishti. Breathe. And And then we'll gently release that foot and we'll take it to the other side. So finding your steadiness, finding your balance and your focal point. And then take your left hand back for your left foot. Draw into the quad stretch. If you want to work the balance, engage your core, root through that standing foot, and maybe take both hands back for the standing foot. My balance is better on one side than the other today. Take a few deep breaths. And then gently release that last foot. From here, we're going to take a stretch into the Achilles. So we're going to step that right foot back, keeping both legs straight, and try to reach that right heel down to or toward the earth. So getting a really nice stretch through the Achilles, but also through the calf. And if you want a little bit more, maybe deepen into that front knee. Breathe. If you're holding your breath, take a nice big breath in and a sigh out. And then we're going to step that right foot in, right to where the left foot is, line it up, and then step the left foot back. Start with both legs straight. Try reaching that heel toward the earth. Find your edge, breathe. And if you want a little more, drop into that front knee a little bit. Breathe. Slow down the breath. And step that back foot back to the front. We're going to step the right foot back again. We're going to have it a little bit shorter this time. Notice both sets of toes are pointed forward. We're going to lift through the chest. This time we're going to stretch through the back of that front leg. And you can also turn this chair around if you like, placing your hand a little bit closer toward the ground to get a little bit deeper stretch into that front leg. Little modified pyramid pose here. Two more breaths. And then we're going to leave our right hand on the chair, so you've got opposite hand from the foot that's forward. You're going to reach your left arm up to the sky for a big twist. Breathe. And then release that hand down. Let's switch this out. So go ahead and stand up. Take your right foot forward. Both sets of toes point at the front. We're going to fold down over that straight front leg. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, melt down toward the leg, stretching through the hamstring. Close the eyes and breathe. Two more breaths. And then leave your left hand on the chair, so opposite hand to foot forward, and then reach the right arm up to the sky, big twist. Breathe into the chest. And then release that hand back down. Bring both feet forward, stand up tall, and open out to the side. So that chair is actually in the perfect placement now for our next stretch. First, we're going to take, without the chair, we're going to sweep that right arm up to the sky, reach up and fold to the left, getting a nice big stretch through the side body. We're going to come back up through center, bring the left arm up to the sky, fold the other direction. Come back up to the sky. Now we're going to pivot that right foot toward the chair. So you'll notice that your right heel is now in line with your left arch. If you're unsteady, widen out that stance, so inch your right foot a little to the right. Open out your arms, reach that right hand over the seat of your chair, place it on the chair, and reach your left arm to the sky for triangle pose. Breathe. And then we're going to pull back up to center, relax the arms, and switch to the other side. So let's take both feet parallel first. Sweep that right arm up to the sky, reach, and fold. Come back up to center, take the left arm up, reach, and fold. Come back up to center, pivot your other foot toward the seat of the chair. Open out the arms, shift into that left hip, reach to the right, take the right hand down. Gazing up. Use that top arm to pull you back up to center. Relax your arms and step up toward your chair. Good. Let's go to back to our previous setup. And we're going to come back down in a moment. Make sure we're framed up here. Okay. All right. So let's come to stand in front of your chair. Our feet are about hip width apart, and we're going to drop our fingertips down toward the ground and bring them to about shoulder height. So we're hovering just above the chair in a chair pose. Sink a little bit lower and then come back up to standing. Let's do that again. Scoop your fingertips down. Lift your arms to about shoulder height. Draw your navel back toward your spine. Sit a little bit lower. And then come back up. Make sure your knees are touching the back of your chair this time. The backs of your knees are touching the seat of your chair. Scoop down, sit low, even lower than you have before in the previous two rounds. Sit a little bit deeper until you're sitting all the way back down in your chair. Good. Let's take the feet wide this time. So, if you have a mat under you, the heels would be about the edges of the mat. We're going to come down into our fold again. Reach for opposite elbows, a little bit wider knees this time. We're going to place the right hand down onto the ground and reach that left arm open to the sky. Breathe. Take that left hand down to the ground and open the right arm up to the sky. Release that hand down. Bring your hands to your knees to help press yourself up. Good, and bring your feet back to center. So we're going to do a little bit of a tricky pretzel-y arm pose here. We're going to do eagle arms. So how we're going to come into this, we're going to take our arms out to the sides. We're going to draw them in front of you. We're going to pass the right elbow underneath the left elbow and attach them. And then we're going to wind the arms up with the goal being to bring the palms together. Now once you find this position, lift the elbows to the height of the shoulders, close your eyes, and maybe take your hands out away from your face to deepen the stretch. You're going to feel that all over the shoulder blades and the shoulders and the back body. Breathe. And then we're going to gently, slowly unwind the arms, roll the shoulders to the back. Deep breaths as you move. And then we're going to take the arms out to the side again. This time the left elbow is going to pass under the right elbow. Connect them and then wind them up. Once you have a grip somewhere, it doesn't have to be hands, we're going to lift the elbows to the height of the shoulders. And then take the hands out away from the face. Close the eyes, breathe. Go ahead and unwind the arms. We're going to stretch into the legs here. So we're still at the front of the chair. That left foot is going to stay grounded to the earth. We're going to send the right heel forward, and let's just take a moment and roll into that ankle a couple of times, one direction and then the other. And then we're going to sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, we're going to fold down toward that leg. You can take your hands to your legs, or you can try reaching for that foot if you like. Whatever's comfortable here, stretch into the back of the right leg. And then we're going to come back up to center. Place the right foot firmly on the earth. Send the left heel forward. Rotate into the ankle, one direction, and then the other. Reach the heel forward. Draw the toes back. Inhale. And on the exhale, just kind of slide forward over that extended leg. Breathe. And then we'll inhale back up to center. Send both feet forward. Now this is where you want to have a secure, steady chair. If you don't, skip this pose. If you feel like your chair is going to pull forward on you, sit back in your chair a little bit. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Again, maybe reaching the toes if they're accessible to you. We're going to pull back up, bring the feet back in. And from here, we're going to take the right foot to the left knee. Notice that bottom foot is still firmly planted. We're going to, and if this is enough stretch for you and just getting here is challenging enough, honor that in your body, stay right here. If you'd like to take it a little bit deeper. Inhale, root through the sits bones, lift through the heart, and on the exhale, fold down toward the shin. It's kind of a upright figure four stretch here. Kind of the same muscles we would hit in pigeon, the same stretch. Breathe. On the inhale, come back up to seated. Release that right foot. Take your left foot to your right knee. Root down, sit up tall. Take a big breath in. If this is enough, stay here. Otherwise, fold down toward the shin. On the next inhale, come back up to center, release the foot. We're going to hug the right knee into the chest. So hug it in as close as you can. Wrap your arms around that knee and maybe just kind of rock a little bit. Getting a stretch into the hip flexor. You can hug it out to the side a little bit if you like. And then we're going to replace that right foot onto the ground. Hug the left knee into your chest. Give it a nice big hug, maybe a little rock. Remember to breathe. And go ahead and release that left knee. We're going to take one last twist, the same one we did at the beginning of the practice. As you come into this twist, notice if it feels any different from the first one you did. So just kind of noticing the changes and the transformation in your body just from the work you've done in this practice. So we're taking the right hand across to the left knee. If you had your hand on the lower part of the chair before, maybe try taking it to the top of the chair this time. Lift the heart and twist in. Breathe into the chest. Feeling that opening in the shoulder. Twisting in the spine. Gaze back at the left shoulder. One more big inhale and exhale. And then unwind to the front. Left hand across to right knee. Maybe the right hand comes to the back of the chair. Lift up through the chest. Twist and gaze back over that right shoulder and breathe. One more breath. And then unwind back to center. In chair yoga, rather than a shavasana, we're just going to take a full 2-minute meditation here. You're welcome to stay seated at the front of your chair, which is what I would recommend, but if you'd like to relax a little bit, maybe slide into the back of the chair, but try to keep your spine upright. Take a big breath in and relax with the exhale. So just go ahead and find a comfortable seat, hands in your lap or on your knees. Taking a moment to notice how you feel. Notice the breath. Soften the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, the shoulders, and the neck. And just let that breath come and go naturally from your body, soft and easy, without control, without effort. Coming down out of the headspace and into the body. Each time the thought comes into your mind, acknowledge that the thought is there. Tuck the thought away and come back to the awareness of your breath inside your body. Just watching and witnessing that breath move. Maybe tapping into a space of gratitude. And peace. Start bringing awareness back to your breathing and to your physical body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes, and then bring your chin to your chest. Gently blink open your eyes and lift your head up to center. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you are able to remember some of these movements and once we all go back to work, maybe take a few of these movements with you to your workplace. And every hour or so, just kind of move into your body. So maybe taking those neck stretches, or even just the shoulder rolls, or the forward fold. And any of these movements are a nice little break for the body in between all the monotony of sitting. So I invite you to use some of this in your day-to-day life. Thank you again for joining me here at the Seaside Yoga Self-Care Clubhouse. Until next time, namaste.